You about ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Steve Moore, what's going
Yes,
on, dude?
nothing much, brother. What's going on? John Mark.
Man, I'm just the guy on the other line of the Zoom call. So I'm talking to one of my great friends, man.
Right.
Tell me what's going on, dude. How you been?
I've been good, man. Right now I'm in the middle of remodeling the house to sell. So, which is a good thing because we're in a pandemic, so I don't really need to be out. So I spend a lot of time at the house, a lot of time working on the house and just painting and doing the floors. And so that's kind of been my life these past couple of months, man.
Dude, were you equipped for a remodel? Did you have all the tools? Were you
Uh,
prepared to do it?
to be honest, I wasn't. I didn't know how to do anything, actually. But like a friend of mine had an idea. He saw a vision about this house and was like, "Hey, do you plan on living in this house forever?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Well, you should remodel it and sell it." And I'm like, "Dude, brilliant idea." But the bad part was I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to lay floors. I didn't really know, how to paint the best. You know what I mean? So, but God put it on my heart and actually provided me with everything that I needed to get things done. And so that's the good part, man.
Let's go, man. Let's go. I'm about it, dude. So my wife and I just bought our house in August of whatever 2020. It's 2021 now, but yeah, we bought our house last year, and so we've been doing a little bit of the paint projects. I'm just gonna go ahead and pray patience over you while you work on that stuff because, dude, painting, it's the cut in that's the hardest, man.
Right.
I'm not and paint ceilings, dude. Both of
Right.
those they're not my thing.
I hate it. And guess what? I had popcorn ceilings too, so I had to scrape those off first and then do us. So yeah, but hey, congrats on the house, bro. Congrats on the purchasing y'all's house, man. That's a blessing.
Let me tell you what I need from you. So at some point when you get done working on your house, I need a video. Put it up on your Instagram. You can text it to me. I don't care, but I want to look at what you've done. Maybe I'll swing by. I don't know.
Okay.
But
yeah, for sure.
yeah, dude, I love before and afters. So I'm here for it. We watch HGTV all day. Not really, but I mean, we could get stuck in it if we need to. So,
Yeah.
dude, Steve Moore. Here is why I'm such a fan of Steve Moore.
Oh,
This guy, I know it's weird hearing that you have fans, but I'm one of them. But this guy, he's an entrepreneur, and he's just so enthusiastic about everything. And so your brand is the We Want More brand.
Yeah, man.
What does that mean?
Can you see it?
You got it on the cup. What's up?
What's up, bro? No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man. Hey, great question, bro. I can tell you kind of where it originated from, and then kind of tell you just about it. But man, really, it's We Want More is it originated from my last name is Moore. You know what I mean? So it kind of just fit. But I was a leader in a big network marketing group, or I am a leader in a big network marketing company, and my team name was just called Team We Want More, and it was literally made up of people who had different ideals or different visions for what more meant to them, but it fit. And so some people wanted more time freedom, some people wanted more financial freedom, some people just wanted more, whatever that more was for them, more money, more whatever, and so that's kind of where it came from. Just We Want More, man. And it was a team of people, a group of people who just wanted more for themselves and wanted more for their lives.
Okay. What is it exactly that you guys do? So I'm looking at this emblem. You got the earth with a plane around it, and you guys, it sounds like y'all are just trying to create more margin for your life.
Yeah, so We Want More worldwide is actually what this one is, and so this particular network marketing company was one of the largest network marketing companies in the world. Okay, it was travel. $9 trillion industry. And so that's why you see the globe and the We Want More worldwide.
Did you say trillion?
9 trillion. Yeah. The travel industry is a $9 trillion industry. Okay. So for us to be centered in that business, in that industry was a blessing, and so, cause we could get a piece of that pie. Right. And so, Essentially, man, we get to travel. We get to show people how to obtain more out of life, whatever that more is for them. They can get it, out of this company. And so if it's time freedom, if it's more time with your family, more time with your friends, just, more money, whatever it is for you that you want more of, you can obtain it. And so we travel the world, we live life, we have fun, we build relationships with people that last a long time, that last a lifetime, and we create memories, for existence. So yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Great question, bro.
Now, tell me about some of the coolest places you've been to.
I get asked that question a lot. I've been on over 40 vacations in the last 6 years, 5-6 years. Mm-hmm. And my answer to that is always the last vacation I went on. Okay. So the last one that I went was actually at a resort called I think I told you about it. I know you and your wife were talking about going somewhere, but it's called, it's out of the country. It's called Barcelo Maya Grand Resort. And it was a beautiful place, man. It's a brand new resort, eco-friendly. So everything is just like plush. I mean, it was a beautiful place, man. And we had a lot of fun. And so, yeah, that's my favorite one. And then the next trip I go on will probably be my favorite one then. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're planning our trip to Arizona right now. For sure. And I think you and my wife share the same, the last vacation that I went on was my favorite vacation because
that's right. I
mean, I don't know if that's part of just having like the travel bug or what, but I'm starting to get there too. Cause like, dude, the last vacation that she and I went on, we went to Tampa over 2 years of 2019 going into 2020. And dude, that was a fun time, man. I got to watch a pineapple drop.
Yeah. A pineapple drop. Yeah.
Dude. It was awesome, man. It was so cool. And wherever we were, we had made it out. And it was like the last time that I truly remember like being around masses of people, like where you're like shoulder to shoulder, you can't move. And dude, honestly, I miss it, man. I miss it.
Right.
It was fun. But dude, watching this pineapple drop, whenever everybody like the countdown starts, and like we're like a minute out. And where we are, it's like this strip of like restaurants and bars. And I mean, everybody just converges and gets so tight on you, dude. It's like, I don't know, it's like being in a sleeping bag, but like a really, I don't know. It was crazy though.
Right.
And then you just watch it and then everybody just like disperses. And dude, getting an Uber out of there, it was going to take like 2 hours to get an Uber out of there. It was like $90 for a mile. Like,
wow. They knew how to make that money, right?
Dude, they did too.
Bro, can you imagine when this COVID and everything is over, so many people are going to want to go places, live life, have fun and enjoy it. And so, I look forward to it. There's happiness and hope in that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man, make sure you're getting your phone number and your face out there as much as you can. Cause I'm sure your phone's going to be going off.
That's right.
Maybe I'll start a side hustle in the travel industry.
Hey man,
and I'll just plan people's vacation. Oh, okay. So what does the courtship process look like for you, man? Do you have people work underneath you?
Nah, I don't, I think that network marketing, and we'll talk about probably more about it because it's one of the best ways to create generational wealth. I never look at anybody on my team as working under me or anything of that nature, man. I think that we all started at the same position. You know what I mean? We all started with zero. We all started with nothing. You know what I mean? And I think that we all have something in common. And I think that what we do have in common is that we definitely want more. A lot of people that get into network marketing, they want more. That they see something and they're like, dude, I'm not like, they might like their job. They might like what they're doing. They don't want to, some people don't even want to quit their job. They just want something extra to do because they want more. They might just want a little extra money. You know what I mean? They might just want access to something that their job isn't giving them in this other company, And so, no, man, I'll say this, John, when I was working at a job, I used to work for a healthcare company in Dallas, Texas, big healthcare company. Okay. It was kind of like that there. I felt like I would never make more than my manager. I would never make more than a general manager. I would never make more than a vice president or the person above them. And so I felt that way working there, and I didn't like it. And so now my mindset with what we do in network marketing, I never look at anybody like you work under me. You know, we work together, we build together to create what you want to get out of this thing. And that's the way I look at it, bro.
I'm about it, man. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've heard that. I've said that since my coaching days. I mean, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. And so you're, I guess you're unhappy working for this healthcare company. How old are you when you decide, you know what, like I'm going independent, I'm gonna do my own thing, and here's the hustle, and just give me the process, man. Give me the process.
Oh, I got a story. Can I just tell you? We got time, right? I can tell you the story.
The floor is yours.
Okay, so I was about 24, 25 years old, and I was living in Dallas, Texas. In a healthcare job, I was putting doctors to work all around America. You know, putting doctors to work, family practitioners, urgent care doctors, you know, pediatricians, and I'm putting them to work. They're looking for jobs. They're looking for 3 to 6 months stints, you know, jobs, and then they'll take off for 3 months, and then they'll be looking for a job again. I put them to work. Man, I used to go there and I was working, you know, 50, 60 hours a week. And this was my first big job. You know, I got a college degree and I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like I'm putting my big boy pants on. I got this job. And long story short, man, there were days, and this is just my story, bro. You know, there were days that I was sitting in that office and I would look out the window and I'm like, man, I want to leave. You know, I don't like sitting in here feeling like I have to be here. Like I want to be out there. I want to be outside of these walls, outside of this building. And I began to compare that to feel like I feel like this is how someone in prison would almost feel. Like you come here, you have to be here from this time to this time. You can go to lunch at this time. You have to be back from lunch at this time. If you don't abide by these rules, then you're fired. And that stirred up in me. I had things in me, and I think God was telling me, Steve, you know, you can do more. You can do more. Like, that's why you feel this way. Everyone doesn't feel this way, right? And I'm not saying if you don't feel how I feel, that's not bad, you know, but this is how I felt. And so, bro, honestly, the pushing point for me is I started having anxiety. My heart would like thutter, you know, beat fast, and like I would feel weird. And I went to the doctor and I'm like, you know, this is what's going on. I need to get checked. I've never had any problems. And they're like, you're having anxiety. You're having very bad anxiety attacks. And I'm like, well, why? You know, and they're like, and I'm telling them about the job, and she's like, well, it could be that, you know, you could be stressed out about it, you know, this, that, and the third. So they put me on these anxiety pills or whatever. And I'm like, no, you know, I don't want to, I forgot what it was called, but I don't want to have to take these, you know, for whatever I'm feeling. And so, you know, I was going to church at this time. So I'm praying and I'm like, Lord, lead me to the problem. If I can fix the reason why I feel like this, then I don't need medicine. You know what I mean? And he led me to it, man. And it was literally the job. At this time, I was wanting to leave. I get a call, and a girl in Arkansas that I was talking to ends up being pregnant. And so I'm having my first child, and I'm like, God, you know, like, okay, like I can leave this job because I got to go back to Arkansas. Like, I'm not staying here with my first child being born in Arkansas. I'm not living in Dallas. And at that point, it gave me all the courage that I needed to just say, hey, I'm done here. Thank you guys for the opportunity. I end up packing my bags. I left, and I never looked back, bro.
Come on, man. Come on. It's I don't know. I'm not a parent yet,
Right.
but it's crazy what parenting can do for your boldness. You know, I think about often, you know, is the life that I'm currently living the one that I want to set the example for?
Wow.
And you did not. Like you wanted to change. You wanted to go and be your own man, and dude, that's cool, man. I'm about that. I see you for doing that. Like, my hat's off to you. Like, way to get out and just and be the change.
Thanks, man.
So how did you decide How'd you get linked up with this company? How did you decide that you were going to network market?
Dang, that's a whole nother story. And I don't know, like, I think I should tell, I think that my story is going to help someone else. But John, I don't think I ever told you this. There's a point in my time or my life where, I kind of got low. I had graduated college. I was supposed to play basketball, tore my ACL. Like I had a promising basketball career, and tore my ACL. We won 2 division championships at UALR. A lot of good stuff was going on, and boom, tear my ACL, and life completely changed for me. And I kind of went to a stage where I was like turning to street stuff. You know what I mean? Just doing silly things, a street pharmacist is probably what they would call it.
A neighborhood pharmaceutical rep.
Right, that's right. And I don't even I've shared this story with you offline before we've done this, so this is probably your first time hearing it. But God redirected me in those times, and He was like, "I'm going to give you another chance," and He gave me another chance. And at that time that He slapped me on my wrist and gave me another chance, He brought a specific person, and his name's John Lau. This is one of my great mentors in life to this day. I've been knowing him for 7 years, 7 years since I've gotten started with network marketing. But I met him, and he was already a part of this big network marketing company. And the life that he was leading, the life that he was doing, he was a business owner, he had a lot of good things going on. He owned buildings and businesses and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'll follow you, and I followed him, man. And God just aligned us up in the right time, the right place. And from there, it's been a bigger friendship out of that network marketing company. It's been friendship. It's been what other endeavors can we indulge in together to make sure that we're both successful and that we're both growing. And so that's kind of how I got started in the network marketing, man.
Was it a handshake? Pretty much.
It was a handshake and a come to my house. Let's talk. He stays in this big fancy house out in, Chenal. And he was like, come over, and we sat, we talked. He never showed me anything about the company. He just literally talked like me and you, and just, got to know each other. And then he said, meet me tomorrow at my office. And I did. And it was a blessing, man. It was a blessing, to say the least.
It's crazy what a conversation can do for some trust. Imagine all the times that you and I have sat here and just like chatted, and now we can just come online, do a podcast, and we're going to have this open conversation about pretty much everything in our lives, whatever comes up. And you're like, oh yeah, man, it's John Mark. If he wants to post it, like, he's not going to make me look bad. What have you learned about mentorship through your friend John? Do you have people that you speak into that do this marketing with you?
Man, even outside of network marketing.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're even aware. I'm a person, and I'm going to answer your question directly, but I'm a person that now I like to diversify my income, right? So that I'm not vulnerable to just one thing, John Mark. And what I'm saying is, like, network marketing isn't the only thing that I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always looking for different endeavors to move forward, to push forward. And it's not all about me. Sometimes I might do something just because I want to help someone else grow or help someone else build. And so, I'm a private investor in a car lot. I'm doing this renovation on houses. This is the first one. So that's going to be something that we do more and more of. I'm marketing for an accident company in Little Rock, And so, if anyone ever gets in an accident and you need someone to assist you and consult you through the accident with injuries, and then, hey, holler at me, Steve Moore, So, but I like to diversify my income, brother. You know what I mean? So when you talk about mentorship, I learned a lot. And it's not, you know what mentorship is? A lot of people are looking for that perfect person. You know what I mean? You're not going to find them.
Yeah, fat chance.
You're not going to find that perfect person in the church. Your pastor's not going to be the perfect person. Your boss isn't going to be that perfect person. And so I think a lot of people think, oh, my mentor has to be perfect. And it's like, I don't want to be perfect. I want people to understand that I'm a regular person. You know what I mean? And so, and I'm not exactly where I want to be yet, right? Because I feel like if you're not trying to grow and keep progressing, then you're going backwards. And so, mentorship, man, it's just taught me, just be you, be real. Let people know your shortcomings. Let people know that you're still grinding. You're still going to a different level. And so, that's what we're doing, bro. And that's where mentorship has taught me. My mentor, I've seen his ups and downs, you know what I mean? And he's been very transparent with me on them. And that's what I like. You're a real person. And so I think people resonate to real rather than fake.
I totally agree with that, man. Totally agree with that. As you're going off on this tangent, I'm sitting here thinking I'm watching like an inspirational YouTube video. So if you need a third source or a 12th or however many sources of income you got, start a YouTube channel and start talking about, building up people, man.
I really might, bro. I think I could get used to doing something like this. And so we'll probably do something like that, bro, for real.
Come on, man. I can show you with a little bit of knowledge that I know about YouTube. It's not a lot. So yeah, car lot, house renovations, accident companies, John Lau.
Yeah.
You're always outside, man. What do you do that is not work related but is fulfilling?
Man. So I go to New Life. Shout out New Life downtown, Greater
Shout out.
New Life. But man, we've gotten a team of people together, a group of guys that love to fish, man, and we're already fishing in our individual lives, and so I guess staff, shout out to Stafford, you know what I mean, Slayfish, Steve Monroe, shout out to Nick Hollowell, shout out to Fitz and the whole team. But just a group of guys who've gotten together, and we kind of changed the mission from just fishing to now we go out and fish, catch hundreds of pounds of fish, and we feed the homeless, around Little Rock for free. We give back to the community and give people fish plates at our church. To this date, we've donated thousands and thousands of pounds of fish to our community, and so very fulfilling, man. And it's something where we don't, we're not looking for money, we're not looking for anything. We're just doing it because it's what we love to do. And our fishing ministry is called 2 Fish 5 Loaves. So man, shout out to 2 Fish 5 Loaves, man.
Man, I love watching you guys do your thing. I mean, it was so Steve and I go to the same church, and as a member of the congregation, they would start telling us 3 or 4 weeks in advance, hey, it's Bring a Friend Sunday. That's what they would call it. Bring a Friend Sunday is, I don't know, January 18th, right? So we've got, we're going to have fish, we're going to have hush puppies, we're going to have fries, coleslaw, all the fixings. We're going to feed you, and then we're going to feed you. That's what Coach Hill would always say.
That's right.
So you're going to get the word, and then you're going to get some food. Right. And dude, I remember watching, I think at one point we fed 600 or 700 people in a day.
Right.
Off of what you guys do. And it's 6 of y'all out fishing. How many of y'all go fishing?
How many actually fish?
Yes.
4. It's Steve Monroe, Catfish, Stafford, myself. So it's 4 people who actually fish. Yeah.
So there are 4 of y'all fishing, feeding 700 people, man.
Yeah, you know what? That's not us, bro. It's God. Can I tell you a story? Well, go ahead. You're about to say something.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Is that's not a people thing, man. That's a blessing thing.
So the last fishing, deal we did where we went fishing and we served was for the Christmas deal. Weren't you there? You guys were there, right?
Christmas Mall is what we're talking about. So Christmas Mall is an event that our church does that basically for moms who have kids that they can't provide gifts. They come in and they shop the mall, and we wrap gifts, and it's just it's a way to bless the community. But y'all are fishing for Christmas Mall. So
we get a call, and they're like, "Hey, we need to feed hundreds of families for this Christmas Mall. I think it'd be cool to have you guys come cook out." And we're like, okay, cool, but we just had a fishing deal where we fed people like a couple weeks before. So we're like, we don't have fish. You know what I mean? We don't have the pounds, and we don't like to go out and buy it from the store. We like to fish, so we'd rather go fish and do it. So all of us went fishing. I think the mall was on that mall was on a Saturday. All of us went fishing on that Friday. The same Friday, we got the call. We said, well, let's go fishing this morning. We go fishing and we literally catch hundreds of pounds of fish that Friday that we prepared for that Saturday. And it was nothing but a blessing from God. You know, he works in mysterious ways. So we get the call, we go fishing, he provides, and we provided, man. And so, you know, just another testimony about how good God is, bro.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. I heard that story. I'm going, man, I can't believe this. I mean, that's just like the way that God moves, right? He's going to move in ways that you don't understand, you know? And I mean, for 4 of you guys to feed as many people as y'all do, I mean, that's nothing but a God thing, bro. And you know, shout out to all 4 of y'all for loving the craft like you do, man.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all are really one of the foundational ministries, I would say, in a lot of what we do at New Life Church downtown.
Yeah.
So y'all are the dudes, man. Absolutely, man. Dudes. So, man, I think we ought to take a quick commercial break. You in for that?
All right, cool. Let's do it.
All right, man.
We'll be back.
Yeah. We had a great conversation during the break. Yeah. So, anyways, man, you're just a man of a wide portfolio. How does that create a wealth that will last over time?
Well, generational wealth is the biggest thing, bro. You know,
okay.
And I guess I wanted to share just because everybody doesn't know. I learned it late in the game. I learned about generational wealth, residual income, probably when I was 25. You know what I mean? And so it's something that we're not really taught in school, you know? And so, but yeah, you know, everything that I'm trying to do with my life is generational wealth. It has the generational wealth mindset or opportunity linked to it, you know? And what's in generational wealth? It's basically assets passed down from one generation to the next generation. You know what I mean? Residual income, work that you've done previously that you get paid for forever. And so, you know, those type of things, network marketing, you know, that I'm involved in. When you build this business, you build it, and the work that you put in the first 3 years can pay you financially forever. And you can pass those things down to your kids' kids. You see, that's the type of situation, and that's how you build generational wealth. There are certain things that you can do. Real estate, you can rent out houses, buy houses, flip houses, put the work in and get paid from it forever. And so you can build a business up. You know, let's say you get a car lot, build it up, have people work it, and you're just making a residual income every month. And so, take it. One thing too is like teach your children about personal finances.
I agree with that.
You can pass something down to your children, but if they don't know about, you know, how to personally finance it and take care of what you've passed down in the right way, then that generational wealth won't be generational wealth anymore, because they can surely mess it up. And so, yeah, man. So yeah, that's pretty much the scoop on that.
Now, dude, I like that, man. The assets passed down and getting paid forever, man. I would love to get. My vision is I want to own storage units.
Right.
I think I've told you this before, but you know, there's a lot of people who have a lot of stuff and they're not willing to part with it, but they're willing to put it somewhere they can't see it, which doesn't make any sense to me. But why would I not want to capitalize on that opportunity?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, and that's a very simple, easy business to get into. Yep. You know, it's still a rental business. It's still a, you know, we're going to make some money on the side, not a whole lot, right? Like I'm not seeing, you know, $1,000 come in off a house each month, but I am going to see, you know, maybe $60, $70 each month for not having to maintain anything. Like that's what I want to get into.
Right.
So I'm about that residual income.
You know, it's about minimizing your efforts and maximizing your time. You know, if you put money in a savings account, that's cool, but wouldn't it be better to put money in a storage unit where you build this thing up all these people come and rent these particular units out, and now you're making a residual income monthly because they have to pay monthly, and it's a need. People need a storage unit. People need these things, and so you're adding value to the marketplace. You're adding value to the people, and so, bro, think about that, bro. It's about minimizing your efforts and maximizing your time with whatever it is that you do out there, bro.
So you're talking about value, man. That has been a word that has really just been on my heart. Last year, my wife looked at me and she goes, "Hey, I think we ought to do like a word for the year." And I was like, "Okay." And she was like, we ought to use the word discipline.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that we were the most disciplined people in the whole wide world, but man, we did a lot of things financially that really helped us be successful going into this year. Like we bought a house, we got our car. We didn't borrow a penny for her student or for her education. Right. So like, I would say that we were disciplined last year, but this year, man, the word I think is just going to be value, man. Like, what am I doing to create a space in the marketplace that somebody wants to buy into? So yeah, it's what are you doing in the marketplace to create value? And I'm thinking that I want that to be our word for 2021, because I mean, imagine how easy it is to get lazy and just sit back and rest on your laurels, basically. Like, take your businesses, okay? Take your businesses and go, look, I've built them up to here. This year, I'm just going to chill.
Yeah.
Right. What happens to your businesses if your customers or your clients, I don't know what you call the people you work with, but if they start to figure out that you're just hanging out, you're just chilling, right? You're just sitting back doing nothing. Right. So this year, I think I want to be a value-based guy.
That's right.
And what does that look like for what you're doing? Right. How do you add value to your people?
Yeah. Man, you know what? I think that, like you said at the beginning of this podcast, I'm always going to be an energy guy, no matter what's going on in my life.
Let's go.
Because, and I know this isn't a church podcast but I'm never going to imply my beliefs on anyone that listens to this, but I'm just a God-fearing person, and I know, and I'm not perfect, but I know that, and I got a lot of faith, you know what I mean? So in any situation, I'm always going to add value and energy to the situation. Any situation. I'm always going to be in good spirits. I'm always going to try to add positivity. I'm always going to talk about the positives and try to move forward. If there's a problem, let's figure the problem out, and let's try to figure out and let's move forward from the problem, So, and then, you never become removed from anything, no matter what businesses you build, no matter what. Like, even me being a silent investor at the car lot, bro, that's a blessing. I never go to the car lot ever, really, right? But the thing is, I add value because I do work on the other end of things, even though I'm not there selling the cars or, willing and dealing and calling people to get the car sold. I'm adding value because I'm talking to the people. I'm letting them know. I'm giving them a good mindset. We're staying in contact. We're keeping good positive vibes. We're trying to figure out other endeavors we can do. And they see me actively doing other things in my life. So I'm never stagnant. I'm always working. I'm always grinding. And, the thing is to always communication, always communicate with your people. Always communicate with people that might follow you, so they have a clear understanding of what you're doing and what you're building. And maybe they'll be like, man, I want to be like that guy one day, like where I build things and I give people opportunities and I come and talk to people and motivate people and get them going and give them these same opportunities. And that's the way I look at everything, bro. And I'm, I want to get in a position, like I said, I'm still growing and going, where I build businesses and I give people opportunity to get more out of it, so yeah.
Come on, man. The world needs more people like you. I had a buddy of mine on, his name's Zach. He was one of the first, if not the first episode that I dropped of this. And he owns a few restaurants. He and his brother do. And one of the things that he said about his time in the restaurant business is, they get really good people that they work with, and he
Right.
wants to build them up and let them go. So he's like you, man, where it's like work for me for a bit. I hate to see you go, but I love to see what you're gonna do
I
in the
love
future.
to see you grow. That's right.
Yeah,
I hate
he's
to go,
the
but I love to see you grow, right?
he's like you, man. He's the dude, and he went to UALR. Maybe you know him. I don't know. How old are you?
Nice.
Are you 30?
33.
You might know him. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Okay. Obviously, whenever you go about doing your own thing like this, you've got to have things that keep you inspired. Do you read? Are you a reader?
Yeah, definitely. I'll just kind of go off of that as well and say, my why, bro, keeps me inspired as well.
Oh,
Actually reading a book right now, and I brought some books here. Start with why. Start with why.
okay.
And it's Simon Sinek or Cynic, however you want to pronounce it. But I feel like, and this is before I read this book, that starting with your why with whatever you do, knowing why you're doing what you do and having a big why will keep you inspired and motivated. A lot of people do things because they say they're passionate about it, or they like it, or they love it, but they don't know why they're doing it, right? So for me, why am I doing it? Well, I want my kids to be passed down generational wealth instead of debt, right? I want my kids to be able to have options instead of just opportunity. See, options are like, Dad, I want to run my own restaurant. I want to run a restaurant. Okay, cool. I don't really want to go to college. Okay, cool. You don't have to go to college to run a restaurant and be a business owner. Let's give you that option. You know what I mean? Let's make sure that we give you options. And so, my why just keeps me motivated. Now, a couple books that I have read and I'm reading now, you know what I mean? Start with Why by Simon Sinek. That's one I just said. A really good one that I would read that gives you a good perspective and mindset is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Then you got Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And then you got The Unemployed Millionaire by Matt Morris. And so a lot of these things just give you that mindset. It's not all about money. It's about the mindset that these things give you, And so, just having a big why, bro, it keeps me motivated.
The Unemployed Millionaire, that sounds like, oh God, I can't think of the figure of speech that it is, but an oxymoron. That's a heck of an oxymoron, dude. I'm gonna have to Unemployed Millionaire. Okay, I'm telling you.
So cool thing, bro. Cool thing. So like, you're probably like, dang, how's this dude's mindset where it is? And this is just another thing I want to tell people is like, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. And when I say that, dude, for the last 6 or 7 years, I've been to seminars in coliseums in arenas where we've had top trainers that train you on personal development, that train you on your mindset, your thinking, your finances, your business, how to grow it, building relationships and things like that. Mark Aceta, one of the top trainers, you can look him up. Matt Morris, who actually wrote the book Unemployed Millionaire. He's actually one of my partners and trainers in business, Then you got Robert Kiyosaki. I've been in seminars and things that whatever you want, trainings or whatever you want to call them, that have had me to transform my mind from thinking I just want to be employed to I actually want to employ people. And so, it's a blessing, bro. And so I just say, invest in yourself, man. Go to the people are out there. Yeah, it might cost money. It might cost money to go get some personal development, right? But the thing is, this is going to advance you in life. You know what I mean? If you apply what you learn. So,
but dude, it's no different than going to get an education. right? Like you get out of high school and you go invest in yourself there, right? Like why not continue to do it whenever you get older?
Right.
You know, like one of these seminars costs $250. Well, I might get $250 worth of value out of it.
Man,
You know?
or more. You're
Or
probably
more.
get. I'll tell you what. A lot of places that I've been over the years, you know, I probably pay 150, 200. You know, you travel there, all that. It's probably been a little bit more. But dude, I've got $1 million worth of information.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now the only difference is, are you going to apply it? The only difference between someone that, you know, it could be me and you sitting in there. You learned the same stuff that I learned, but who applied it?
Yeah.
Who put the work, right? So that's the only difference, man. But it's out there for people. You just got to invest in yourself. You got to have faith and believe, and then you got to put the work in.
Dude, what's your game plan at one of these seminars, man? Do you go in and carry a stack of business cards and be like, hey, Steve Moore, hey, Steve Moore, hey, Steve Moore, hey, Steve Moore?
Oh, no. A lot of times I like to build healthy relationships, and this is big too. I'm giving a lot of gems away, you know.
Come on, man.
Building healthy relationships are it's very valuable. Like my guy Matt Joe Lau. I call him Mr. Lau, my mentor. We built a relationship through business 7 years ago, and we've been not just business partners, we've been friends. We've been family for 7 years. And he's been, you know, I'm doing this house. He comes over and looks at it because he's a contractor too, so he builds homes. He comes over and looks at it and he's like, this looks good, man. You know, paint looks good. He calls me probably 2 weeks later and he's like, hey, come outside. I'm like, what's up? He's like, oh, I just bought you some stuff to help you out. And building healthy relationships, people, it's just, there are still good people out there, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, you probably don't need it, but here, dude, just take this because I want to add value to you. I want to help you in any way I can. Mm-hmm. So it's all about building healthy relationships. When I go to these places, I'm not looking to pass out cards and see. It's just, if the opportunity comes where me and somebody click, like me and you, John, we've built a healthy relationship.
This is us, man.
Right?
We're two peas in a pod.
Exactly. And so it's, for me, that's the mindset. When I go anywhere, when I step out of my house, who can I build a healthy relationship with?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Mm-hmm. And is there anything else that you really want to just impart on our listeners?
Man, a lot of things, you know, I know it's been a crazy year, but just have faith, keep believing, have hope, you know, it'll get better. And add value, man. If you see anything that's going on that, you know, that you don't like or that wearies you, pray and add value to it, you know, add value to it. Don't run from it, add value to it. And so, be looking for a lot from We Want More, the brand, the We Want More team. I have a lot of great ideas that I'm trying to do this year. So yeah, what's up, bro?
So while we're talking about it, man, plug yourself, dude. How do we find you are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook, Google, whatever? How do we find you?
So what's my Instagram? I think my Instagram is Mr. We Want More. So let me see. Let me figure it out real quick.
Okay, while you're working on that, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell people, look, if you want to get a perspective of who Steve Moore really is, be sure to follow him on social media. The guy travels a lot. He's always on his story. And anything that you've heard from the conversation today is a true testament as to who he is whenever he's not doing a podcast or not on social media. He's probably just one of the most genuine people I've ever met in my life. And you see that the dude travels a lot. He's always posting pictures of some of the vacations and stuff that he's been on, but it's not flashy. It's not check me out. It's look at what the opportunity is. Mm-hmm. That's Steve Moore. Do you find your Instagram?
Thanks, brother, for that plug too. So Mr. We Want More.
Okay.
_ We Want More. Facebook, I'm maxed out on friends, but if you just want to like follow, it's Stevie Moore, and that's STEVEE Moore. And so, you know, we got the YouTube shut up too, but I haven't put content on there yet. So we'll, in due time, we'll put that out as well this year.
I didn't know you could max out friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
When did they start doing that?
I don't know, but like, I can't add any more friends. When people try to add me, it's just like, you're maxed out. You got to delete a friend to add a friend. So it's like, all right, cool.
Well, here's the deal, man. Apparently, you just need to be one of those guys that pays Facebook for their services.
All right.
All right, man. I just want to say thanks for coming on the show, dude. I've really enjoyed it. At some point down the road, we're definitely going to have to link up and do it again. So,
man, let's do it. Let's do it, brother. Thanks for having me on here. You are a blessing. You're doing big things with the show, man. And I'm just glad that I could be able to add value and, you know, and be a part of what you're doing, brother. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Steve Moore, thanks for your time, man. Go have a good day.
All right, peace, brother.